short here or trying to short any pullback that occurred. We obviously didn't get pullbacks because of the fierceness of the market, and it's back down to this level. This is really a zone where you see a lot of people exiting the markets from their shorts, and they often don't hold them through these levels. And just remember, the market loves coming down, dumping through areas such as it did over here, and then rallying up after it sweeps all of the stop losses and convinces everyone of shorts through these zones. These are demand areas moving forward for the US 500. Notice the wicks. We've got one where it just stopped. We've got another one sitting behind. So both of these areas could be zones to target in from the smaller timeframes. And speaking of smaller timeframes, why not jump onto the 1 minute? Let's take a look at it together and talk about what we did in the previous live stream. And of course, we do live stream every Monday open, so definitely subscribe if you're interested to that. And if you want to get more live streams, we do have a free 7-day free trial in the links description down below to our private community where I live stream the opens and talk about the SP 500, NASDAQ, gold, etc., and other markets like we do here. So 38.20 was the zone that we decided was a pretty big level of supply. The market tried to come up and it tried to hit that level. Now, if you look at the NASDAQ, you'll notice the NASDAQ blew through its supply. That's why it's bad to look at during these times. S&P, maybe Dow. They're the key ones to look at when you're talking about scalping markets. It then sold that range, moved down. It actually had a decent little scalp that was through this area down here in this box. And then it rallied back up and it just couldn't quite get back to that 38.20. So 38.20 is a big deal here for markets in the next sessions. If it breaches through this, I could easily see it pull back and then rally through. I think a lot of people will be watching that kind of zone. It's not the be all and end all, but it's certainly the way it's interacted with this. You can see the orders, you can see the sellers coming in, getting more keen on selling than they were even here and not quite letting the market up. So these points will be very, very interesting in the next 24 hours of trade. And remember, that's what it takes to be a scalper. You've got to be in there with those levels. Quadruple witching coming up very, very soon. We have some expirations on the 17th that show maximum pain. That's right. That is where if every order closed at the end of this week so far, where the stock market would make the most amount of money, that is the market makers or the composite man, that's actually sitting at 420. So that's way far off where we are right now. But with all of the news that you'll see soon, when we go over at the end of this video, with all the news you'll see soon, there's a chance that crazy things could happen. So I'm not saying 420, absolutely not. Do not rely on max pain. I'll say it again. TA number one, okay? TA number one, and then max pain, if it's coming with your technical analysis, cool. Otherwise, you can disregard it. Max pain is best used in coiling sideways markets. Speaking of other markets out there, Bitcoin and crypto has been incredibly painful for many. 32,000 was never breached. That allowed us to stay out of even thinking this thing was long. It's very lucky that we did that because, of course, we recognized the key supply zone over here and the trend change. The defended area, similar on the stock market, was broken. That just allowed full-on sell-off. And as the news comes out, little wonder why this thing's falling. Unfortunately, staking platforms around the world, some are locking up, some have literally just frozen money. We've seen other stories of big brokers out there, big kind of exchanges freezing cash and freezing transactions. So Bitcoin's in a wild market of its own. It's fallen to 21,200, and I think you'd be pretty keen to call any lows on this at this stage. We have absolutely no structure, and the one thing about crypto is it usually comes back to let you in. So that is, if it does rally, it tends to come back and create like a secondary kind of drop. So it might do something like this, rally up, drop, then pull through, and that allows you to get in. So I think, biting the bullet here on crypto could be dangerous unless you have a long-term plan. Be careful out there, guys. One thing that is positive is I guess it's getting back into that 20,000 area, which has been the previous high of 17. And of course, that big breakout zone from November of 2020. But if we look over at BTC shorts, they've spiked and they've dropped. They've done all sorts of things. Big shorts coming in from the big whales, but this is more of a ever evolving story. How many exchanges are feeling the pinch and how many staking platforms are in damage control, because that's going to be the story that keeps coming out. If you want to come, we're posting a lot here on Twitter this week and of course in our Discord community. So make sure you join. The links in the description down below. Follow at FX Evolution on Twitter. And in terms of news, we have core retail sales coming up. It's probably going to be a bad number, you would guess. 8:30 a.m. New York time, we've got core retail sales. That's on Wednesday. Let's just go over here. Tuesday's PPI. And then we have the FOMC statement, funds rate, all of those things coming in on Wednesday as well at 2 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. for the press conference. So it is a week where you've got central banks around the world. You've got Fed Chair Powell coming out saying crazy random stuff. And we'll find out whether the market wants to rally this point or seriously get down to some of those levels that bigger traders have been targeting and conceptually thinking about for a little while. Stay safe out there, guys. Remember to practice risk management, and I hope you're having an okay day. It's a brutal market, there's no doubt, but remember to follow this channel, subscribe, smash the like button if you enjoy the videos, and we'll be there tomorrow talking about these markets with you. So stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.